minutes early since it's close enough. For those of you who were paying attention or watching, last Friday I was on Friday Night Fights on the Boy Who Had Sevens channel. I had a lot of fun showing off my books. Didn't win, but I'd like to thank anyone who was there, and especially I'd like to thank you if you voted for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. But I took all my slabs, at least all the ones that were important that might fit into a category, off the wall. So I thought before I put things back to normal, why don't I do an all slab video just for fun, just to show you all my slabs and what I have. So, oops, sorry, cat. One of my cats has to hang out underneath my desk here, and I kicked him in the head. But so thought I'd show you all my slabs. So before I get started, the ones that won't be showing up today because they're currently at CGC or on their way or being graded are Fantastic Four, 48, 49, and 50. I will get those hopefully in a month or so. And then I also have ASM 14, first appearance of the Green Goblin, ASM 185, double cover that I have since CGC, and last but not least, my one Golden Age comic, Action Comics 124, I believe the number is. So can't wait for those to get back. So dang con season slowing everything down. So shall we get started then? Hopefully I'm actually going live like I think I'm doing, and you have a chance to comment. Don't know who all's watching, but thank you for who's here. We're gonna show off one of these. This one first. It's my only PGX book. Bought it for a good price. The Eternals #1, 8.0. Find the right angle for it. Streamline is really hard to get used to. So nice Eternals #1, 8.0. So only the 25-cent normal issue, but you can't complain. At least I'm not going to. All right, next up, I'm doing the lower grade ones first, and then I'm going to do the 9.0s mixed in with Only Amazing Spider-Man. So I'm doing things kind of my way, so it's kind of fun. Crisis on Infinite Earths #7, Death of Supergirl at a nice 5.5. Could have been better, but it is what it is. It was pressed, but a little bit of wrinkle came back. Must have happened during the thing, but it's nice. So it could have been a lot worse. So a nice 5.5. All right. Next up, another one we got recently. Dogs. Thor 337, first appearance of Beta Ray Bill, and a Nick Fury appearance. It's a CGC 8.0. There is a little bit of a there it is. If I can get the angle right. See a little bit of a brown golden mark there, my finger. Yeah, it's definitely good enough. But yeah, I got this one off of eBay. So I got it off eBay. Oh, there you go. I got to play around with that. Hey, D-Runk, thanks for showing up. So, but yeah, got this one. Not bad. So hopefully Beta Ray shows up. But yeah, my Death of Supergirl here in Crisis, I found it in Pueblo. It was the last box I actually went through. I was jumping up and down on the side. I think I even got it for like $15. So not a bad deal. This was a pure cover, but I just liked it. Adventures of Superman, 574. Although it's technically Adventures of Mrs. Superman. Gotta love. I really need to figure out how to do this angle. So, really, really cool. It's the whole Superman being manhandled. You kind of gotta love it. Oh, don't worry. I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone sometimes at work when I'm not supposed to be. So, Just kidding. Just kidding, boss. I've never been on my phone at all. I respect you way too much. um, Detective Comics. A Toys R Us replica of Detective Comics 38. Reprints origin and first appearance of Robin. 8.0. But yeah, you didn't really miss anything really. Superpower review. I had Thor, first appearance of Beta Ray Bill and Thor 337. Crisis on Infinite Earths number 7. The Adventures of Superman, and this one is number 4. So you really didn't miss anything. This is one of the first books I submitted, and I definitely didn't know what I was doing. Otherwise, I would have waited, I think, for a better copy. But Action Comics 662, Superman reveals his secret identity to Lois Lane in Silver Banshee appearance. I love the reflection in the glasses and the look on her face. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. Captain Marvel, number 1, the Walmart long hair art germ cover. Came back as an 8.5. I was a little disappointed. I thought it would be a little bit higher, but I'm not complaining too much. It had a color breaking crease over here. I can get the angle just right. I don't know, you can kind of see it, kind of not. But, oh well, not bad. Could have been a lot worse. Another cool Toys R Us replica of Batman 131. Reprints the origin and first appearance of Mr. Freeze. So 8.5 CGC. Really, really cool. I like the fact that he was known as Mr. Zero at first. Definitely had a better name change. All right, this one I bought. Found a good price on it. DC Comics presents number 26, first appearance of the new Teen Titans in preview by Mark Wolfman and George Perez. First appearance of Raven, Cyborg, and Starfire. And I bought it because I had nothing to do with the Teen Titans in the 5.0, by the way. Nothing to do with the Teen Titans is why I bought it. I just love the Superman, Kryptonite, Green Lantern angle thing. Just really like it. So came back at a nice 5.0, or it came back 5.0. I bought it at a 5.0. I'm happy with mid-grade. You know, I'm not trying to break the bank. You know, so I'm not trying to break the bank at all, but it is what it is. So you get what you can sometimes, right? So yeah, I have to agree with that, Gray Man. I mean, yeah, back in the day, it'd be better off than what I paid for, because I think I paid like 60, 75 bucks. I'm not sure. I don't keep track. This one comes from my local comic book shop. It was a gift for my wife because I said I liked it. And it's Spawn number 66. Came back a 8.0, and it's a qualified grade because it is signed by Greg Capullo. So again, I didn't buy it, but it's cool to have the signature by that. You know, I've only have a few Spawn books, mainly a kind of a reprint number 1, some cheap ones. I have the Angela, first appearance of Angela, I believe, and then I've got the 298, 299, 300, and getting the 301, and then that's pretty much it for me. I'm not interested in Spawn after that. Never quite understood the story, but I got a few covers. This was part of the first book I submitted. Okay, Superboy number 1 from his, the Superboy from the Reign of Tomorrow, came back 6.5. Xander, someone's at the door. Sorry, someone's at the door. What? Someone's at the door. Go get it. Then this one came back 6.5. Has some ink. Kind of fingerprints I wasn't aware of. So, but it's not bad. Be back in an hour. All right. But no, I didn't steal anything. Well, that's cool. I'm glad someone likes Spawn. I just never quite understood the story. It's a little too much for me. I never understood the horror. I never liked it much. I don't know. It is what it is. It wasn't my cup of tea. This one I loved when I first saw it on eBay or on someone's channel. I think it was Arkham Comics, and I had to get it, so I got it. Decent price. This came from Hawaii. I bought it from someone in Hawaii, and it came back pretty good. It's a Superman 240, the World of Krypton backup story and I Ching appearance. It's a 12-cent issue, silver, 6.0. It's kind of like an Otherworld story or whatever. Superman marries Lois. They have a daughter. She dies somehow. And I believe he trades place with the Superman of an alternate universe where he was never with Lois. He was just a coworker. She was a coworker as Clark Kent. And so he wasn't going to miss her. And she went into this world to be a new mom. So I just like the cover a lot, too. There's something sad about it. And this one I submitted. I'm slabbing 4 this November. Cool. Which 4 do you plan on doing? Because I do a mixture of value, which you'll see more in a bit, and I buy. And then ones that are like this that I slab just to protect it, because I bought the cover because I liked it, but and it was very, very, very cheap. But I wanted to protect it, and it was just a why not kind of thing. It protected it. So Superman, again, another Superman 240. I didn't notice that before, but that was I did not notice that. Don't know why I didn't notice that. Because this one is Superman 240, World of Krypton backup story, Night Ching appearance, 1.5. Superman fails. This is Superman 215. Man, I feel stupid. I haven't had this on my wall. I don't believe I didn't notice that before. Holy cow. Holy cow. I'm going to have to have this one reslabbed, cracked it in, reslabbed. I cannot believe I missed that. Anyone ever have a dumb moment like that? Blonde moment? But yeah, this is really rough shape. I think it's the last 15-cent issue of Superman. But I slabbed to protect it. Wow. I cannot believe I missed that. Well, the good news is if I crack it and resubmit it, I can always have it pressed and get a higher grade. Man, I can't believe I missed that. I'm gonna be kicking myself the rest of the night. I kind of didn't get what you missed. Oh, sorry. It's this one. It is Superman. The label says Superman 240. It's part of this book, because this also says Superman 240, I Ching appearance, and all that. If I can get that right. But the thing about this one, it is not 240. It is 215. So it's like, oh, I cannot believe I missed that. I mean, it's a mistake. I just had to get it reslabbed. Yeah, I mean, I guess they do. I've seen a couple of videos where they do this. They put the wrong label in it, mistake and just have to have it sent back in and re-slabbed. So it is what it is. I mean, if I send it back in to see, it'll be like $15 to get it re-slabbed, right? And tell them, you messed up. I have no idea, Gray Man, how they managed to do that. That is a complete mystery to me. It's like you think you're staring at the book. They send it to quality. I mean, if they have a quality control for the higher grades, they tell me they can't send all the books to quality control and go. Superman 240, Superman 2. That's wrong. Print it out again. All right. Now we're into the higher grade books and my ASM books. So we'll do the higher grade, all 9.0s. Everyone here that don't show that's not Superman related is all 9.0, over 9.0 or higher. I bought this from my comic book shop for I think $100. Action Comics number 1000. It is a Dynamic Forces Jurgen sketch cover. I really like it. I know because I offered it as a nice 9.8. So I like just the evolution of Superman, different appearances up until his modern one at the time here. So there we go. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be taking that slab back because I did it to my local comic book shop, and that's because he has his membership there. So I'm gonna talk to him about it and see and have him talk to CGC and yeah, see what they say, because it should be either I know it's $15 to re-slab, but I wonder if it'd be free just to replace the label. I'm not sure. This one I was super excited about because it wasn't in a 9.8 that came back in. It needed it needed a press because it had a ding, like it had a dent kind of thing. But I had it pressed at CGC, and it came back beautiful. It is Silver Surfer number 44, the third volume, first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos and Drax appearance, and it says direct edition, or direct editions include Tiger Electronics insert, but don't think that's mine. But yeah, when this came back in 9.8, because I was expecting a 9.4, 9.2 kind of thing, and it came back in 9.8, it was like, awesome! I was super excited about this one. Found it in a local comic book shop. Got it for like $8, $12. Yeah, I agree. I shouldn't have to pay for it. Like I said, I'll talk and figure, and we'll talk to figure out more about CGC and what they say, and if not, maybe I'll submit it. Maybe I'll just keep it because pick it as a how could I be so dumb as to stare at it for months and not see that detail. You think it was like, good thing it wasn't one of my kids, or I would have, or one of my kids, should I say, or I've been like, oh yeah, this is my son. I only known you for a few years, but oops. Venom Lethal Protector, number 1. First Venom in his own title. Spider-Man appearance. Came back at a nice near mint 9.4. Bought this one off of eBay, I remember. Which are you talking about this one, Gray Man? You need this in a low one, or are you talking about the Silver Surfer one for a low grade for your run? But yeah. Hoping that this would have been a 9.8. So a little bummed it wasn't, but could have been worse. Surfer, that's cool. Is that worth a few bob? I think so. All right, this one I bought on eBay as is because I wanted it in this grade. Batman number 50, 9.8, the wedding issue. I mean, I guess I should have seen the ending coming. Surfer, I need the Venom, but I wondered if it was a big book. The Surfer one is the first appearance of the Infinity Gauntlet. So I think it is worth about $120, $100. As fair market value according to Go Collect. So all I know is that I paid what I paid for it, the pressing, the grading, all that all put together. I came in under fair market value for everything I paid for. So if I sold that book, I would have made a profit. A lot of these books are a lot less certain, but I wanted this one at a 9.8. Got it for a good price. So I will never be able to afford this one. Never be able to afford this one. So I bought it. I bought this, a Loot Crate exclusive reprint of Action Comics #1 9.0. I even have the COA in the back. I wanted a 9.6 I saw on there, but I kept on losing bids because I didn't want to pay that much. So I found this one at a 9.0 at the price I wanted. Oh, Spider-Man 122. That's a cool book. Yeah, I have that book. I won't be sending it in because of it's missing a panel, so it's incomplete. So if I send that book in, I'll definitely want it to be complete. Hulk 377. That's another good book. Archie 700 variant. Cool. And Detective Comics 566. I'm not familiar with that one, but those are good. Those are good books. But yeah, nice that. Yeah, I think I saw like I said, the auction or thing were at like $3.2 million for, I think it was about a 9.0 that they were grading that one at on eBay. I'm sitting there going, I had better luck inventing a time machine to go back in time to buy first Fantastic Four, AF-15, Action Comics #1, Captain America, #1, all these books right off the rack. I'd have better luck inventing a time machine. Probably spend less money building it too than buying those books. I love this cover, and that's why I sent it in. Just loves the redness to it. Superman #4 of the current run. It's a foil cover, and I was super stoked it came back at 9.8. Because that is... There we go. Definitely, I just loved... I seem to love books where some Superman's capes and shreds. Where he's been defeated or he's been beat up or whatever. But I just seem to love the cape angle on Superman's on books about Superman. Don't know why. I mean, my only guess is my favorite single issue is Superman 75, the death issue. That's my only guess of why. But other than that, I don't know. It's just something that's iconic to me, I guess. I was super stoked when this came back because I went through each. I wanted to send this book on this first issue off to be graded, and I went through all the books. Yeah, it's meant to be indestructible. Well, it used to be that way anyway. Yeah, but I went through all these books on the rack, and I picked out the best one, and I think I even sent it. I think I even paid right away to have it. I don't even think I took it home, or if I did, I think I did take it home. But I was a little shocked that this came back at 9.8. I was expecting 9.6, honestly, at best, because of what it used to be, or because of this thing here. But Batman Who Laughs #1 variant cover, and it came back at 9.8. I mean, that thing is a beautiful thing. And the reason why I was so shocked is right here, my finger. There's a tiny little white, like a little white line, like hair fracture white line kind of thing. And I thought, oh, it ruined the color, ruined the black. No way that's gonna be a 9.8 now. I guess it's one that I guess that was the only thing wrong with it. I don't know. Came back at 9.8, so I was stoked. I was super stoked. I recently won this book raw on 3 Men in a Basement 700 subscriber contest. I got second place on the contest, and I got that book, so now I have it again to read. I love this cover when I first saw it. I had to get it. I had to get it. Purchased it from the UK. I was actually expecting a 7.5 when it came in. My jaw dropped when it hit the floor when I came back. It is Sensational She-Hulk number 40. John Byrne's story, cover and art. With the nude jump rope cover. Liked this book. Liked the cover. Enjoyed reading it. So, really cool. I guess I was expecting a 7.5, honestly. To have a book come all the way across the pond and get a 9.0, I was stoked. This is the last Toys R Us replica I have. Detective Comics 359. First appearance of the modern Barbara Gordon Batgirl, I believe. I think so. Toys R, so. Really, really cool. The one that one is blooming, pricey as heck. I assume you're talking about the She-Hulk one, but yeah, it's really cool. But yeah, I got 3 of these Toys R Us replica books, which is kind of cool because in a way, because now it's no longer in. I mean, I don't think they did the comics anymore, but with Toys R Us no longer being in business, it might have made these books just a hair more valuable. Don't know. I haven't checked since they went out of business. All right, these next few books here, there are some Spider-Man related, but they're still all ASM. Well, not all ASM, they're all 9.0 still. Yeah, it was. I found this again, and I found a couple of my books here that I like at a local shop up in Pueblo, Colorado called Cosmic Comics and Collectibles. No, Outer Limit Comics and Collectibles. There you go. I believe that's so. Anyway, this was a very, very high grade book. I talked to the owner before I bought it. What do you think this grade would come back as if I grade it? And he found a 9.4, and he was so close. Because I tried having it pressed too, I think, to make two, but it didn't come back. It didn't get quite the grade I wanted to, but it's all right. It is Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 8, Origin of the Alien Symbiote that eventually becomes Venom. Came back at 9.2. I've seen Reggie Collects. He's selling one of these at a 9.6. At least I think he was last time I checked. And I almost thought about asking one, maybe I should sell this one. Say, hey, Reggie, would you hold the 9.6 for me? Sell this one and get it. No, I still probably could. But yeah. I love the black suit. So I had to have this book. I had to have this book. Anyway. Thank you everyone for being here. I'm still going, by the way. I just want to take the time, a minute here to thank everyone for chatting with me, talking with me. Gray Man, you've done a lot of the talking. I do appreciate. I always love interacting with people in the live chat. So shout out to you, Gray Man. If there's anything you want me to give a shout out to, anyone of course, anyone wants to do that too. If you're here talking with me, I have no problem giving you a quick shout out about something. It's my way of saying thanks. Because it's still not going to get it for a while, I got reprints of some books, because for me, reprints to read the story are good enough. But still want the real one eventually. But until I do, I got a Marvel Milestone edition of Amazing Spider-Man number 1. It reprints ASM1. Came back at a 9.6. So close to that And now everyone knows it. Just having fun with you. But yeah, really, really cool. I'm not sure if I have, I think I have this one in True Believers too, so I can still read it. I don't know. If this one ever came up, if I ever came across this one at a decent price and coverless, I'd buy it in a second. All right, I'll save that one for just a little bit. They'll go real well with another one. All right. The Man of Steel, number 1, 9.6. I had this one set off to had this one set aside to be graded, but at the time I thought I didn't want to wait for some books to come back, so I bought it in a 9.6 CGC just so I could have it sooner. I mean, if I paid like $50 for this, so I would have spent half that to send the current book I had off to be graded. So to me, I had the money at the time, so it didn't seem like that big of a deal. But I like this 6-issue miniseries. I like the new one too. But this is really cool. All right. This other one came back from my local comic book shop too. I showed it on Friday in Friday Night Fights Comigories when I was facing off against Bake the Snake. It was a fire category. He showed off some Marvel team-up book with Human Torch in it. I showed off Cosmic Ghost Rider number 4, Battle Lines variant Virgin cover, 9.8 CGC. Back cover. But yeah, this is my one win. He won the first face off. I won the second one here with this book, and then he knocked me out with a best of 3 with that next book. But yep, nice 9.8 CGC. Yeah, the Ghost Rider, the sexy cover. All right, here is my favorite single comic book, my favorite issue. Even though I'm an ASM guy, you can tell by my art on my material over there, my artwork right here over my right shoulder that I made just a few days ago. But this is my single favorite comic book ever. And I want it in a 9.8 CGC signed by Dan Jurgens, but until then, I'll be fine with this one. It is Superman 75, the Death of Superman gatefold cover. Came back came in a 9.6 because I kept on losing that 9.8. Every time I tried to bid, I just didn't. I was outbidded. Didn't want to, so I had to settle for a 9.6. And again, you can tell over here, you kind of can do behind my gauntlet over here. You can kind of see I also painted this cover. I painted some of my some comic book theme paintings. So anyone ever wants to hire me for a commission, might be able to do that for you. It depends on what you want me to do. Yeah, I agree. Still a very good book. Still a very good book. Like I said, I won in a 9.8 CGC by signed by Dan Jurgens. That is one of my holy grails, is to get that single book in that grade signed by him. So I think one of the things I'm going to do eventually is sell this 9.6 to be able to afford it. Because with getting other books or other things graded, I never seem to have the money to spend for that one more thing. So when I first started collecting comic books, I grabbed one issue, and I'll show it in a bit. And then I grabbed that one, the Death of Superman, and then I was going to grab 3 others. It's going to be like my 5 comic books I own. But One book led to 2, led to 5, led to 50, led to 1,000, and it led to a hobby. Been doing it ever since for a little over a year, and I love it. Adventures of Superman 501. 8.0. First, a die cut cover, Superboy poster included. It's the first Superboy, the clone. It's a good way to up the grade to buy your way up the grades. Yeah, I know. So I know some people do it. I know I've seen Otto on 3-Minute Basement, talking about something, and other people talking their grades, going up, for things. And I understand you buy a book like that, like Death Superman, Superman 75, you sell it for 60, and you spend or that book was currently about $85, I believe, in about current market value. Hey, just drinking, but yeah, 8.0. 8.0 or 8.0. Yeah, 8.0. But yeah, I know if I sold that and I got exactly fair market value for it, it'd be about $85. And then there was one I can currently find. It'd be about $60 more after that. So I understand you sell it for what it's worth. You spend just a little bit more money, and you get it. Now, this was the very first comic book I ever owned, and it's what started the whole thing. I had no idea at the time. Action Comics 687 die cut cover. Last Son of Krypton poster included. First appearance of the Eradicator. 9.2. I was getting a tattoo on my right arm touched up here. Because my local comic book shop is also, he started out as a tattoo, he's still doing a tattoo shop, but he's comic book shop in the free space in the shop. So it's a small store, but it's still good. But I stared at this. I loved the green, I loved the red. He's like, well, it's very Christmassy. I have to have this book. I love Superman. I just had to have it. So that's what I was doing. I was going to get this one, and I was going to get the other 3, and the Death of Superman, and it just led to more. Superman, Man of Steel, number 22, 9.0. Again, die cut collector's cover, steel poster. First appearance of Man of Steel, John Henry. Irons are John Henry. I don't forget what it is, but yeah, all these are collector's editions. 9.0. This is the last one I got to be graded. That is cool, Mr. Gretzky. Oh yeah, you're definitely a hockey fan. I was gonna say, are you a hockey fan? But then I could tell by the Smurf cover, the Smurf picture. That's cool. But yeah, this is the last of the 5 that I was, or last of the 4 collector's ones that I got to be graded, because I had to actually buy that one on eBay and then submit it. And then my favorite of the 4, obviously not the 5, because Death of Superman being my favorite, was Superman number 78, 9.6 CGC. First appearance of Cyborg Superman. And again, the reason why it's my favorite of the 4 is because of the blue. My favorite cover is blue. And that's a little dusty. I didn't tell until I saw my finger. I actually need to dust that off. But yeah, favorite cover because of blue. Yep, huge hockey fan. Go New York Rangers. That's cool. I live in Colorado, so my favorite team is usually my home team. So I love the Avalanche. Although my second favorite team, I think, is the Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks thing, just because of the movie as a kid. Another one of the first books I sent off. This one I sent or whatever. Action Comics number 1000. I almost said number 1. It is it was signed by, it's a Dynamic Forces Jurgens edition, and it was signed by him. It was 518 out of 8,000. And again, it was sent out to CGC. Well aware I was going to get a green label, but it came back 9.6. And I'm all right with that. Of course, this is before maybe I might send it off in the future to CGC. No, not CGC. PGX or CBCS to get the signature verified. But I think I'm going to keep it because I don't have a problem with the green label. I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not getting rid of the green. I'm not getting rid of this book. This was actually it was a birthday present for my brother. I wanted Dan Jurgens' autograph because I loved his Superman 75. It all boils down to that book almost sometimes. So I wanted his signature on this 1000 book because it was on my little comic shop. So I had to get it. So I didn't care. Just like I didn't care with this one, Avengers #1, 9.4, green label. It's signed by Mark Morinez or Mark something. I can't think of his last name right now. Yeah, and also 86 out of 100 on the cover. I just like this new Avengers thing. You know, She-Hulk, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, Captain Marvel. Although when I first saw Thor in his arm, I wondered how the hell he lost it. Took me forever to figure out that answer. But yeah, it's Avengers 691 in the timeline. All right. I was slightly bummed that this came back this grade. No problem, man. Glad to have you back. Definitely glad to have you back. So really cool. I have Lewis Simpson, Superman, the Man of Steel 22 signed by her. That's cool. I almost bought a CGC slab, on one of the. It's one of the things I had to have because the Reign of Superman is my Reign of Superman, World Without, and Return of Superman was my favorite storyline. The Superman thing, and so I collected each of those issues. So from the very beginning of the death, all the way to Funeral for a Friend, World Without Superman, all the way to the Return of Superman. I have every single issue I hunted down. So I almost bought that one of the issues on Return of Superman. That was signed by her, but I decided at the last minute just not to do it because I didn't want to. I decided to spend more money just because it's graded and signed when I could get a cheaper copy raw. So, but Avengers 700, which is Avengers 710, the 700th cover. I wanted a different cover. There was one with a big 700 with Captain America, Thor, and Iron Man on it. But I bought it from someone in Canada. And during shipping, the bag broke over here on this side. And the tape stuck to the cover. And it didn't rip the cover, but it ripped kind of the color off that spot. And so I was pissed. I was so pissed I didn't stop to think. Other than I'm going to wait a few days to give you a negative review. I regret that I did that. Because they would have worked with me. They said so themselves when they responded to the negative comment that they would have worked with me. But it was one of the times that my anger got the better of me. I'm only human. Can't all be perfect, right? All right. And this one I bought from a local comic shop. It was kind of cool. I have one other book like this, and it's Superman related. Just imagine Stan Lee creating Aquaman. 9.6. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised that if Stan Lee created Aquaman, he'd be a guy made of water. And that's why he called him Namor or the Submariner versus Aquaman. This is the back cover. I don't know which cover I like more. I like this cover, It's a little too purplish pink for me, so I almost prefer this one. Yeah, you live and you learn. It's the only thing you can do, right? If you don't live and you learn and you repeat your mistake, you're just kind of stubborn or stupid, one of the two. I'm guilty of both. But yeah, the other one I have is Just Imagine Stan Lee creating Superman. I have not submitted that one off to C2C just because I don't want to. I'm happy with it being raw because I wasn't that impressed. I bought it because it was $50 and I liked it, but I wasn't impressed with how Stan Lee would have created Superman. I'm going, if Superman was in Marvel Universe, I would not have liked him. He would not have been my childhood hero. Fuck, I just bought a really expensive slab. Which one would that be? Not sure if I got that one. I remember Stan Lee doing those, but I don't recall an Aquaman. Well, I do. I got it right there. But yeah, I've seen his Aquaman. I've seen he did 12. He did one for like Wonder Woman. He did one for Batman, an actual guy dressed up as a bat. I mean, I understand, he was told he had a free reign to do what he wanted to do with these books, but there's a free reign and then there's, really? You did that? I mean, glad Stan Lee was in Marvel because if he worked with DC, I don't think I would have liked him as much. All right. These last books are all my Amazing Spider-Man books. Every single one is Amazing Spider-Man. So I saved them for last just because I love Spider-Man. He's my boy. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah. What slab were you talking about? I'm kind of should know. You piqued my attention. I wanted an 800 cover, an ASM 800 cover. I have two. I didn't get the original because it came out right before I got into it. I believe I remember. I bought two. Both were. This one was signed. And it was this one. One of the two I had was signed, but because I wanted that yellow label, I knew I had to buy that same cover over again. So I had to buy it. I had to buy it over again. And it was a big debate. Do I go to 9.8 and spend what would have been $90 more in the end, or would I want 9.6 for a better deal? So I, in the end, decided to save the money, go 9.6, because I didn't need the 9.8. I was honest with myself. 9.8 was just a stubborn point of just to have a 9.8. That was the only reason why, and just to have it didn't warranty putting up with and getting up warranty spending an extra $90. But Amazing Spider-Man 800, the Bagley variant cover, signed by Mark Bagley on 7/14/18. Signed right there. So my favorite cover of the 800. Spider-Man is regular thing against the Red Goblin. I definitely agree with you, man. It is a very sick cover. The only thing that takes away from it is this back cover. It's like, really? Yeah, he's definitely I love him too. And it turns out, I said the guy gave me, we reached a deal on it, and it turns out he gave me I basically bought the book, paid for the fees for his signature, paid to have it graded and shipped, and that was actually the price of the book. So I basically paid exactly what the guy paid to have all that stuff done. So I got a deal on that, to be honest. The guy kind of made, so the seller, gave me a great deal. So I appreciate the guy doing that. All right, bought this one from Reggie Collects. He's selling a bunch of them. We're selling a bunch of Amazing Spider-Man books. They had CG Seed, and I wanted one of them. So these next two books are actually from him. Amazing Spider-Man 798 first Norman Osborn as the Red Goblin, 9.8. Not the biggest Alex Ross fan, to be honest, but I do like this cover. I guess I'm more of a Bagley fan, Mark Bagley fan. A nice 9.8. And Amazing Spider-Man, $7.95. Loki and Zelma Stanton appearance. Norman Osborn joins with Carnage symbiote. 9.6. He will actually. The Red Goblin is getting. He is getting his own. I think it's a 5 or 6 miniseries. But the Red Goblin in October here is getting his own comic book. I think it's about the time. It's about the time he joined with Carnage and became the Red Goblin, I believe. That's what the 5 thing are about. Kind of like the symbiote Spider-Man covers, or the so that's what I think that is. So I think if I understand correctly, that's what it's about. But yeah, he's getting his own little thing. Yeah, but I kind of wish he came back. I know, at least off and on again, kind of thing, because the Green Goblin being cool and all, Red Goblin is kind of like the Joker and all these others, really, really cool. Already showed that one. I bought this one originally in a mid-grade, because I wanted to read it, I wanted to see it, but I was so moved and so sorry about that, cat. So moved and so affected by reading the story. I had to go out and get it CGC 9.8. And like I said, I knew it wasn't coming back, because of that discoloration on the black cover. So I had to get it at 9.8. So I went out and bought this. It was actually like $120. And the guy advertised lowest price on eBay. And he wasn't kidding. Every single other 9.8 CGC was at least $50 to $100 more expensive. But it's Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, number 36, or Amazing Spider-Man 477, the 9/11 World Trade Center story. That all black. Came out December 2001. Because they make these things like 2 months in advance. They start things 2 months in advance. So 9/11 happened. And I guess they immediately scrapped what was going on and did this thing in its place. But I was so moved, so affected by reading this story. It's one of the few times, like 3 or 4 times, where I've read a comic book and been like, wow. It almost brought tears to my eyes, honestly. It was sad. I mean, I'm as guilty as some people are. 9/11 being 18 years ago. Can't believe that, 18 years ago. But there comes a time when things kind of, the impact lessens, because we cannot every single year be bawling our eyes out over a detail, over an event, no matter how tragic it is. Eventually, because we have the December 7th Remembrance Day, a Memorial Day kind of thing. It's December 7th. We still remember Pearl Harbor, but we're not all up in arms about it. We're not angry at the Japanese still. So, I mean, I understand this might be a little unpopular to some. I'm sorry if it is. But I know that I'm guilty, as some people are, as the impact being lessened for that book or the event. It's because it's 18 years later. It's not gonna be. Plus, I was also in middle school at the time, 6th grade, so I wasn't as affected as an adult would have been, So, but reading that it brought it all back, and just fresh and raw and emotional. It was just wow. This was my very first Signature Series book. I wanted this particular issue, and I got it signed by him. Not the best or highest grade, but I'm very happy with it. To have this book in my hands, signed by the cover artist, the cover artist. Amazing Spider-Man 300, signed by Todd McFarlane, June 12th, 2018. First appearance and origin and first full appearance of Venom, Eddie Brock, Thing, and the last black costume of Spider-Man. 7.5 CGC. And I'd like to appreciate everyone who's still with me here. 55 minutes in. I realize some people are tuning out right now. I do appreciate it. We're almost there, I promise. Only like 7 or 8 more slabs. Maybe if I edited this video like D-Runk had done, where I got the inspiration from this, D-Runk Comics, it would have been smaller. But I didn't, so sorry about that. I wanted to go live. Amazing Spider-Man 263. Spider-Kid and Black Cat appearance and birth of Normie Osborn. And you remember him from the Carnage symbiote kid in 798, 799, 800. So he might make a reappearance in the Red Goblin books and all that. And if he does, this might see an uptick in value. And I bought this exactly for fair market value too. The only thing I paid $30 and then $14 shipping. So I basically bought this exactly for market value from the seller. Kudos and shout out to you for not trying to hike up the price on us. And bought it there. And then basically, again, I love the black suit Spider-Man. So another book I bought from Hawaii. Nice mid-grade of Amazing Spider-Man 58, 12-cent copy. Professor Spencer Smythe, Spider Slater, Khazar, and Zabu appearance. Really, really cool. Could have done it in 3 videos. I'll let you show off next if you do them all in one go. Well, maybe I'll do it again and just have an all Spider-Man slab thing, Like I said, maybe I'll just do that again here because I'll get more back, obviously. So maybe I'll do the big keys only or favorite slabs, much smaller. But yeah, thanks for the joke, Gray Man. I shout out to you, man. Shout out to you for still being here. I mean, I just actually when it disappeared and came back, I wouldn't have known the difference. Although I do know I was up to I saw 8 viewers at one point, 8, 9 viewers. I dropped down to 3, and now I'm up to 4 again. So don't know. I bought this one the same time I bought Amazing Spider-Man 300. It came in at a different time. It happened right after Stan Lee died. I knew I was gonna be. I might be fighting for an expensive book, so I bought a. I didn't try and get a specific book signed by him. I wanted just a signature by him. And again, I didn't have to sell for a high grade, so I went with the lower grade. So I got this one, Amazing Spider-Man number 43, signed by Stan Lee on 11/18/18. Or no, 10/18/18, sorry. And about a month before he died. First full appearance of Mary Jane Watson, Origin of the Rhino, Colonel Jameson, Matt Murdock, and Dr. Kurt Connor's cameo. So signed by Stan Lee. It has a date stamp up here. Subscription crease to a lesser extent back there. So came back at 3.5. I bought it at 3.5. So, but I have a Stan Lee signature. I had to get a Stan Lee signature when he died because I didn't want to. I didn't have any idea when his signature would come back down in price, so I had to get it while the getting was good. I would have bought this one in a Stan Lee signature, but the guy I bought, the guy would not lower his grade at all. Or would not lower his price at all. Why would you have a best offer accepted option? Yeah, definitely nice low ASM and Stan Lee signature. So, but why would you put a best offer on your thing and then not take any offers? Even the last offer I did that was basically right below like 20 bucks what he's asking for. He would not do it. Nope, I want a full $500. I don't care what you have to say. So I said, you know what, dude, fine. Have a good day. So I bought the ASM 300 and the ASM 43 for $550 for both of them. If I'm going to spend $500, I got more for my money. But so I got this one in a regular CGC, non-signed. But ASM 31, first appearance of Gwen Stacy, Harry Osborn, and Professor Miles Warren. If This Be My Destiny, number 31. 5.5 CGC. And I think it would have been a 5.0. I'm not sure. Maybe it would have been a 7.0. I'm not sure what the grade would have been for that one. All I know is that guy was not. Hey, Reggie. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about the best option thing, I hear you, man. I mean, but still, it's like, don't be a jerk about it. If you're not going to accept the best offer, don't put it. But yeah, thank you for showing up. You missed your ASMs that I got from you, but you tune in right at the end, so. All right. My local comic book shop hit me up for this. They said, this just came in. Do you want it? Show me some pictures, and I said, yes, put it aside for me. Amazing Spider-Man number 30. First appearance of the Cat Burglar. Definitely one of my least favorite Spider-Man covers. I mean, seriously. How are you not hurting your wrists sticking to the wall like that? But it is what it is. And I'm not a fan of the old, faded numbers. I mean, I can't tell you the number of times where I've, for a minute, gone, I'm going to crack it, I'm going to resubmit it and get a darker color, or I'm just going to crack it and have it raw, because I don't like that faded number. I really don't. I mean, the only thing that keeps me from doing it is not wanting to spend the extra money and being happy with the book. So, again, not liking a faded number is not good enough reason to spend more money to have it reslabbed. This is my first CBCS book until my books come back from Colorado Springs Comic Con. I bought it. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 20, first appearance in Origin of the Scorpion, and Spider-Man Peter Parker pin-up by Steve Ditko. It is a 0.5 because it is last page missing, does not affect story, incomplete. But for 90 bucks, first appearance of the Scorpion, just to have it. Again, these lower grade ASM or these lower number ASMs are lower grade. It seems like the lower you go, the more expensive it is. So I got what worked for me. I don't need the most expensive book. I mean, I've seen, shout out to you, Reggie, that I've seen the books you've shown on there, and you have standards, and we all have standards. But every once in a while, I think my standard is I want the character, and I'm happy with it just to have the book. And I bought what I could afford. So now we're into my single highest value ASM book. This one I bought all the way from Parker, Colorado, in suburb of Denver. It is from Hall of Justice Comics and Collectibles. Shout out to you, John, the owner. Thank you again. Someone could have bought this. Someone was in the store at the time it came in. He was showing it, and he passed on it. And John, the owner, was thinking, who do I know who would want this book? And he knows, and I bought a few things from him before, and so he knew about my love for Spider-Man. So he sent it off to me, or sent me pictures. Do you want this? And I couldn't get out my card fast enough to pay for it. It is Amazing Spider-Man number 2, CGC 1.0. The only problem with it, other than being well loved, is Spider-Man being colored in. You can see over here how he's supposed to look and how he looks here. Someone colored it in. But to own ASM 2 was awesome. I mean, it's wrinkly and it's old. The cover is still attached, at least on one staple for sure. Well, that's good. I can tell. Here, let's see if we can get it closer for you. I mean, you can see it even by the fact that you can't see the spider on his chest. But like I said, this is my lowest completed Spider-Man, and I thought it would be like a decade before I got this book, to be honest with you. I mean, books like this, single-digit ASM, I am going to really have to settle. I'm really going to have to settle for low grade, which I have no problem with whatsoever, just to own the books. I'll take low grades better than no grade any day of the week and twice on Sundays. But ASM 2. Man, I loved when that book came in. It has its place of honor right up there on my shelf. Yeah. But very happy with it. All right. Down to the last two slabs. I'll show this last one. This one. But I have this Spider-Man that's not the, it's Spider-Man, the Marvel Milestone Edition, AF-15. I got it for inspiration. I sent it in. Yeah, I see, but on the video, clarity is low and the glare. Oh, I'm sorry about that. One of these times I'll have to get a camera and all that, but if I'm too busy buying comic books, I won't be able to buy cameras for better quality. So I apologize for that. But I bought this for inspiration because I want AF-15. That is the ultimate goal. I want every single issue of Amazing Spider-Man in AF-15. So I bought this for inspiration. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I will eventually have it completed. And a month later, I swear to you, I saw this on eBay. It's not completed by any means. It is AF-15, the 11th page only, incomplete. But it is the origin and first appearance of Spider-Man. This is my holy grail. It is a piece of it. Like I said, some people are, it's a single page. It doesn't count. And I perfectly respect that viewpoint. It's perfectly valid. Perfectly good viewpoint to have. Me, on the other hand, I'm one of the few others who, if we can own a single page of Action Comics #1, single page of Captain America #1, single page of AF-15, I own it. I can say I own it now. So, this is my holy grail until I get it. Bought it for like $320, I think. But it's about a couple pages, I believe, right before Spider-Man's story. Because AF-15 is kind of like Action Comics #1. Spider-Man isn't the only appearance in there. But that's what it is. Every single graded comic book I have. And it only took an hour and 8 minutes. 9 minutes right now. So shout out Grayman. Shout out, Superpower Review. For you guys who were here, for a long time. D-Wrong, thanks for showing up when you did in the beginning. Reggie, always a pleasure to have you, man. Always a pleasure to have you here. Hey, if you would like, you want to own it, then why the heck not? They are out there and you need a good home, yeah? And I guess it costs more for a page than showing Spider. Yes, it actually would have been. A page of Spider-Man on it would have cost me $1,000 more. Because there's the options there on eBay. And I didn't want to spend $1,000 or $1,100, $1,200 on that. Again, for the other $700. For the other $700. Where did I put it? Oh, For the extra other $700, I bought an ASM 2 out of it. So, although me and someone were joking around when they said, 1 page down, how many more to go? And I calculated it. Well, every single page at $300 a pop, and buy a cover, it'd be about the same price as buying a completed book. So, yeah. Thank you, Reggie. Thank you for showing up, man. I cannot wait for Ready, Set, Go tonight. I'm looking forward to winning that book. It's my turn. It's my time. So, looking forward to getting that book. So, someone tell your randomizer to go in my favor. So, yep. All right, that's the end of it. For those of you who've been sticking around for an hour and 11 minutes now, I'm not going to make you stay any longer. So thank you again for showing up. I deeply appreciate it. This is my official longest video ever. So thank you everyone for showing up and chatting with me. I do appreciate it. I will be doing another video on Wednesday for New Comic Book Day. So I cannot wait to do that. It should be a small week for me. I don't have very much stuff on my pull list to this week. So if you have nothing to do later on tonight, Reggie on his channel, Reggie Collects, is doing his Ready, Set, Go program. And so stop by. He's definitely if you're not subscribed to him, you definitely need to be. Night, mate. I just woke up. I just went up and I'm off to watch it now. Okay, cool. All right. Well, again, thank you everyone for showing up. I deeply appreciate it. And I'll do another video soon on books I plan on sending off to CGC. So it'll be a much shorter video, trust me. So stay tuned for that one whenever I decide to do it. So happy collecting, everyone. If you haven't subscribed to me yet, please do. I deeply appreciate it. Once I get up to 250 subscribers, I will be doing another contest. So I'm about 25 away. So subscribe, like, comment. I deeply appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for giving my channel some attention. I deeply appreciate it. So happy collecting, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night, or good evening, or good day, whatever you are. Talk to you later.